Hi there, Cam Roberts from Bubblegum Marketing. Thank you very much for your interest in our one pager for RTO marketing. If you've come through to this, you probably do have an RTO and you probably do want to grow it and scale it. Maybe you want more students, maybe you need to increase your brand awareness, maybe you need to grow your list, maybe you want to remarket and retarget some of the people that have done courses with you before. Whatever it is, Bubblegum Marketing can help you. This isn't a sales presentation. This is just a very short video where I'm going to walk you through one of the recent case studies we've done for another registered training organization, which was a security guard training company. Now, in this particular case study, what we did was we understood the market. We had a look at where they were initially and where they wanted to get to. Now, the end result, I don't want to spoil it, but the end result was we worked with them for 18 months. They were struggling at the start to really grow their business and find someone that they could trust with their marketing. And what we did was we helped them get into a position where they could sell their business. They had a very lucrative offer for their business, of which they took, and they were able to sell their RTO for a very healthy profit. So we looked at all of the things that they were doing. We looked at social media, their content marketing, their email marketing, their paid advertising, their engagement, and then we created a plan for them based on what we found initially. And then on that plan, then we cover what do we do first? What's the most effective things that we can do first to get the best results? And that's how we approach all of our all of our clients marketings and projects. We always base it on where are they at now, what are their sales goals, and what is the biggest rocks that we can crush first. What are the biggest rocks we can do first? So in this particular client, we recognized that there were gaps in not only SEO but paid advertising. They weren't doing any retargeting. Their social media was ad hoc at the best. They weren't doing any email marketing, zero SMS. They had no marketing automation, and their website was loading very slow and needed to be fixed up. So we just went through one by one and started to implement these things over the course of 18 months. It's not something we implement within a month. We don't implement all of these things in 1 month. We just do one thing at a time. So we see results, and then we keep building and building and building until the person gets the results that they want. You can see here the particular owner's name was Greg, and I had someone called Cherie who was thinking about coming on board with us, and Cherie wanted a referral. So I connected Cherie and Greg together, and I asked Greg, could he ask a couple of nice words? Could he say a couple of nice words about our agency? And I said, maybe you can share with Cherie how we increased your website traffic by over 400% using organic traffic, SEO, along with paid ads and 319 phone calls, 1,550 website conversions of paid advertising, and the average cost per click was only $1.12, with the average cost per conversion at only $13.77, running a very successful Google Ads campaign. Now, I also mentioned that Greg recently sold his business, made an offer. Someone made him an offer that was too good to refuse. So sadly, we couldn't work together anymore. Greg sold his business, and I did myself out of a job. But I was happy to do that for Greg and help him out. Greg replied, of course, and he said to Cherie, we were very also skeptical of what Cam could do, but everything he said in his email is true. He took us to the top of the tree and filled our classrooms up, class after class. This is even though most of our opposition were only half filling them. His hard work was one of the reasons we sold our business at such a high price. And then he left his phone number there to talk to that particular person that was thinking about doing business with me. So look, I'll send you this link as well, but you can go through this and have a look. You can see that the paid per click advertising campaign that we run, as I said, we ran it from November 23 to April 24. So about 5 months using PPC, Google campaign, people looking for what he had to offer. We generated over 319 phone calls from ads and over 1,500 website conversions in that time period, 19,000 clicks on the ads, 129,000 impressions, but no one cares about impressions. It's one of those vanity metrics. What you really care about and what you should be focused on is what is your average cost per click. In this case, it was only $1.12. And what's the average cost per conversion? And in this case, over that period, was only $13.77. So a very successful, long-running Google Ads campaign going on there. And you can see those screenshots. Now, we also married that up with programmatic, what we call open web advertising. That's when someone visits your website, goes away, visits other websites on the internet, and your ad shows up. Or they could be searching for something on the internet, and then your ad shows up on the internet as well. So at Bubblegum Marketing, we have access to 96% of the open web across 500 networks, and we're able to use 2,500 different types of targeting options on the open web. So we did that for Greg and his company as well, and this generated over 659,000 impressions and 640 clicks from retargeting alone on the open web. We also did search engine optimization, and we grew the organic traffic to the website by 400%. And again, you can see that over here, the growth that we achieved in that time period. Now, in addition to that, the organic keywords from went under 428 to the top 100. So over 1,700 in the top 100. The number of backlinks also increased from 100 to 1,200 in 10 months. So all of these things were white hat, if you like, or above board. There's nothing below board. No black hat techniques being used. This is all above board, whitelisted type of SMS strategies. We also started to use, once we fixed up the website, once we got the Google ads running, once we got the SEO going, then as I said at the start of the video, we just like to do one thing at a time and get success one thing at a time. So by about month 2 or 3, we started to do email and SMS marketing. It was very successful. On average, we had a 44% open rate. In the period of 4 months in 2024, we could see a total of 516 website conversions that were all part of the marketing automation and email and SMS automation that we hooked up. And you can see that over here. Along with that, obviously, branding is also important. You want people to look at your brand online and know that you're someone they can trust to do a course with or do a business to do business with. And so it's really important that you use social media as a branding positioning tool because it allows you to not only attract more people, but it also builds more value and credibility for your RTO. So in this particular case, this is what the client was posting on social media on their Facebook page on a regular basis. So just pictures of the classroom, pictures of people together, not very engaging, not very professional looking, just lots of people standing around, not really meaning anything. And so what we did was we, did our thing and done our designs, and this is what it looked like after Bubblegum Marketing. You can see we brought in a lot of the brand colors. So these colors here were from their website. So we really pulled in the branding across social media, and you can see here how much it pops and what a big difference it makes. Also provided social proof when the course was on, testimonies, what people were saying. So really brought in social media as a way of soft promotion, if you like, along with branding and positioning. So we're building trust with people, we're adding value, but at the same time we're weaving in a small part of promotions. You can see here we've got some courses running, but it's not every time. We don't just post about courses all the time. We weave it in there so it's softly. Now, this one here is just another example of some results that we've achieved for other RTOs, other registered training organizations. This particular one was a registered training organization consultant. So they provided consulting and compliancy services to other RTOs. So at the time, they were achieving $25,000 a month in revenue during COVID-19 lockdowns. They reached out to us. We've been working with them on and off for over 4 or 5 years. But in this particular case, they reached out to us because they were at an all-time low. And we assisted them with some strategies and some funnel marketing. And we helped them pivot from offline to online consulting and services, along with implementing a funnel approach to go from low ticket to high ticket purchases. And the end result was that we increased their monthly revenue from the $25,000 a month to an all-time revenue high monthly revenue of $121,000 in just under 3 months. That was that particular one. So look, that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. Just a quick short summary of what we do at Bubblegum Marketing and how we can help your RTO achieve the same results. So if you're watching this, you've come through for the one pager, Your next step is to fill out the form on this page or schedule a time with me, and let's talk about the various options that we have available for you. We have three different tiers, and so what I can share with you is those three different tiers depending on the size of your RTO and the results that you want to achieve. You might be just a smaller RTO and you want to start off on tier one. That's great. We can most definitely help you with that. Maybe kind of mid-size, maybe mid-size tier twos for you. You want to do some paid advertising with email marketing and SEO, to kind of get organic and paid traffic. If that's for you, we've got that option as well. Or maybe you're a larger RTO and you want to kind of go all out and you want to really grow fast, like Greg did in that 18-month period. Look, I've got to say, nothing's overnight, but over a term of 12 to 18 months, you can achieve a lot in that time period if you stick with it and you work with the right people like Bubblegum Marketing. So if that's you and you're an RTO and you're watching this video, I just want to say thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.